up, everybody? We're back here with another video. We're a little bit different environment right now. As you can see, we're in the garage instead of out on the lake. But today's video is going to be an overview of how we have our boat set up and how we have it rigged out. So that going from electronics, how we have graphs, our motor and everything rigged, and then also to how we have all of our tackle and our storage done. Alright, so let's start with the boat. So this is a Lowe's Scorpion 17, the 2022 model. So it's a 17-foot aluminum boat. It comes with a 50 horsepower Mercury on the back. It holds up to 4 people. So you can get one person in the driver, you can get one in the middle, one on the side, and you have one sit there. It fishes 4 people comfortably and 4 wide. It's a 17-footer, so you're not gonna, it's aluminum, so you're not gonna get the fastest. But one person, the highest I've gotten it rigged out like this is maybe 34, maybe 35. Definitely 34, almost 35 if I'm not mistaken. 2 people is probably going to get you around 33, 32 range. And then if you have 3 or 4 people, you probably max out 30 or 29 to 30. But these are all depending on conditions. You know, you can have a calm day that you're able to go, you know, full throttle and go as fast as you can. But then you're also going to have days that it's windy, you can't get up to full speed, you're bouncing around the waves. So, but perfect conditions, that's probably how fast you can go with each or the amount of people on the boat. It's a great boat. Like I said, I love it. It's a great first boat for us, and it does all of our needs. And as you can see, we have it rigged out to our liking with everything. So we'll jump in the boat. We'll start out the bow, then we'll work our way to the console, and then work our way to the back. We'll get all the compartments and electronics done first, and then we'll come back through. We'll get each single compartment and how we have everything rigged out. And starting up at the bow, we have a Minn Kota Ultrex 80-pound thrust iPilot. It's not the Quest, it's just the older one. And then paired up with that, we have the Humminbird Mega 360. These two paired up have been great over the years. I've loved them. They've helped find fish. And 360, they don't catch the fish. I know a lot of people say that, like, you know, they're controversial. They show you the fish and stuff. Some people say that, but I truly think that, you know, they might show you the fish, but you still got to go out there and catch them yourself. They don't help you catch them. You got to know what to throw. You got to know how to get them and what type of patterns they're still in. Because you can go out there, you can use 360 all day, but you might not catch anything. That's just, it helps you find fish, but it doesn't find the fish. It doesn't catch the fish for you. But I've loved it as on the boat. It's been game changer, helping me in tournaments and, you know, just out here fun fishing at new lakes. You're able to find them easier, know what's at the bottom, and just get a gist of what the lake's all about and what's on that. Paired up with that, we have the Solix 10. It runs 360 perfectly, no issues. It's been great. Loved it so far. We don't use it for mapping or down or side imaging, only 360. You could, but choosing on the our boat, we have Helix 7 that does that. We run side down imaging and mapping on that one, so we don't have the need for this one. But it's good if you get dual Solixes. You can run 360 on, you know, one. You can run mapping down imaging everything on the other one. But for us, we just use one Solix and one Helix. And they ran great. We have no problems. We were able to get, you know, fish all our lakes that we wanted to, and we've been able to go fun fishing and not have problems. You know, you don't run into any problems with these graphs, and that's what I love about them. This trolling motor for this boat is able to get us at the top end mode. You probably get us 4 to 5 miles per hour, and that's pretty good for an 80-pound thrust on a 17-foot aluminum. It's great. We're able to control and have power out on the lake, so we know if the wind's pushing maybe 10 or something, we got 2 footers out there. We're able to drop the shaft down, and we're able to still have control over the boat and not get blown around all the time. It's great. Love it. It's a great trolling motor for this boat. Highly recommend if you're going to rig out all your stuff. I highly recommend Minn Kota and Humminbird. I'm not sponsored by them. You know, I'm just a kid that loves his boat and loves to go fish, but I truly recommend Humminbird and Minn Kota as two great brands for reliability and for fishability. They help so much, and they're, just great products overall. Still staying up at the bow, I want to show you that we also have the Raptor button, the foot switches, so we're able to still stay up here and drop the Raptors, pull them up whenever we're shallow. We don't have to use a switch. The switch is great, but I don't want to hold it on my neck, or I don't want to have it around my neck the whole day and then smacking into it with the rod, or it bouncing around. So it's great to be able to have the switches here, just smack them with your foot, they go down, smack them with your foot again, they go back up. You got the down one here and the up one over there. We kind of put them at an angle or diagonal from each other, so I know a lot of people do them side by side. I just didn't want to run into the problem that we would smack maybe both of them at the same time, or that we would overstep and do some or mess them up or anything. I know it wouldn't happen, but just in case. And it's good that if we have them this trolling motor down, we have a lot of open space, so somebody's still able to put their leg here and then put their leg on the trolling motor foot ped and not smack the button. It's great for us. We've not ran into an issue. Occasionally they will kind of lag and not work for a second. You might just need to press them twice or use a switch, but aside from that, no issues. Just change out batteries and they've been good for us. And then over here, right next to our mount, we have so the mount over here, our dual mount is I don't know if you can see that, a TBN, Tiny Boat Nation, dual stack mount. We've ran the original mounts, the Humminbird original mounts for each of these rafts. Just screwed them in there. They've worked perfectly, no issues on that. This mount has been great for us. It's been overall good. It's held up these two rafts easily and no issues when we're hitting rough waves. These are able to stay on there and it's stayed inside stayed into the boat and not giving us any problems. We have as you can see, you have the wires down there tucked in, but a little bit extra wires from the foot and then the rafts, but it's a great dual graph mounts. A great product overall. And then over here on the side we have a RAM mount that's connected to a phone mount, so we're able to put our phone up here at the front. And if we have, some lakes don't have really mapping, so we can pull up Navonics, or we can pull up maybe music if we're listening to it and just have it here, and we just know what's happening on our phones just in case something happens, right? If you have a call from somebody, you can just keep it here and know if it's it's a business call or something, or something's happening, you can keep it here and not run out to the back or run to the back to the console to grab it. You can keep it here and just have an eye on it just in case. It's been great. Over on the other side, I didn't talk about this, but once I came up to the bow, you would have saw that part already. But over here on the front, some people call it the old man step. I love it. It's easy to get from right here on the front of the boat. When you're loading up on the trailer, you're able to just step down on the steps, come here, crank it up, connect it, be good, and then get right back in the boat and easy. Now having to jump over the side and worry about smacking into anything. It's a boat, FX1. It's great, no problems as well. I mean, everything on this boat we have had no problems with, really. It's all been great, and it's a great boat overall, and all the products are good. This has been a game changer. I love this. It helps a lot. And if you're looking to get one, they do come with a handle so you don't fall off or anything. It's great for the boat, just getting in and out instead of always having to go to the wheel wells, step over. Getting into the boat, you're able to get on the steps, get up, walk to the back, or walk to the console, and then just start it up and take it off the trailer and get up. So it's nice to have that on there to make getting into the boat easier. All right, now coming to the console area. So if you walk back here, basically the cockpit of the boat. So this is where all the business happens, as you can say. Where where you sit here for start of the morning, when you blast off and you're sitting here, you're looking at the graphs, you're trolling around trying to find stuff, and it's where you spend a lot of your day, so it's important. So up here we have another Helix 7. So when we first got this boat, we had both of these Helix 7s on, one console, one bow, and then we eventually upgraded to the Solix and the 360. But this is great. We have the transducer on the back. We do side imaging, down imaging, mapping. You know, it's great that you can troll around, look for your fish, find them, locate them, drop the trolling motor down, and go get them with that. It's great. Over here we have our kind of the GoPro mount. So it's basically a RAM mount, and then it's connected to a ball that's connected to the GoPro thing. It's great. We're able to, as you can see, the most recent video posted, it uses this mount. You go check it out, guys. You know, it's a cool video, so it's always good being able to go out there and, you know, film and not have a problem. Coming over here, we have another RAM mount. I know we have a lot of RAM mounts, but, you know, it's not gonna say, you know, just easy, but it's also efficient. It's effective. We're not having to drill, you know, or we don't have to think twice about it. We're able to put the RAM mounts on there, and they've held up easily. So this is a tablet mount. We don't have, the tablet's not here right now, but it's a tablet mount. You can stick your tablet on there, just pull this over, put the tablet in there. We're in a Navonics, and then whatever else. Coming over here, you got, you know, of course your phone, you got your battery thing, and then right here you got a LED light. So we put this on probably about the first year that we had it. You know, you're in the morning, you don't really have a lot of light, right, on this boat. So with these rafts, they do add some light, but, you know, sometimes when you want to run down the lake, you want to be able to see the stuff. You also have the, you know, I'm not going to say we don't use them. We do use them. There's the nav lights we do use, but, you know, if you're sitting at the boat ramp or you're just out there your first spot, you want a little bit of light, these LEDs are great. You can get them as bright as you want them, how they are now. The camera doesn't do justice, but this is pretty bright. Probably about your phone bright. If you put your phone on full brightness, that's probably how bright it is. Or you can trim them almost all the way down. It's not easy because, you know, you got the lights on. I'll show you guys it at the end of the video, so stay tuned. But if you turn them all the way down, you know, you can have just a little bit of light, or you can just turn them off if you want. And on this side, we have, of course, we have our nav light, so you can get your nav, or you can have your anchor. You know, nav, you can have front and back, and then backlight, bilge, and then aerator, horn. And we put a cup holder here. You know, with 3 people, you know, you're gonna have all your drinks. You want them sitting down on the deck and having to worry about hitting them or knocking them over and spilling them. So it's good to put these on there. And then we have our Raptor switch here. So this is where, you know, you take your switch when you get out in the morning at the boat ramp. Just put it on here. When you're driving, it's nice, so you can just put them down without, you know, worrying about going up for the foot switches or having to hold it on you. You can just keep it here, hit it twice, go down, and be stable. And then coming down here, we do have one battery here. So this is our graph battery. I know it's kind of weird having, you know, you don't see boats have that. We did it because there's not a lot of room in the back to where our other battery is, the gas tank and the Raptors pumps. With all the things that we have back there, there's not a lot of space. So just to make it easier, we just put one battery here. It's a 12 volt 50 amp hour battery. So this runs this graph, those two, it runs the 360, and I think that's it. But it's right here, it's kind of weird, you know, you don't see that often, but it doesn't get in our way. We're still able to put both feet down there while we're driving, you know, and just, it's nice having that there. It makes rigging up everything else easier, all of our graphs, but you don't see that a lot. I just want to touch on that, and that's our graph battery. So that's one of them. It's a lithium, by the way, just make sure you guys. Now to the back of the boat. This is where almost, I guess, where a big part of the boat is. You know, you got your motor and everything, got your batteries. So starting on, so we have a YOLO Tech that goes into the connector right here. YOLO Techs are great. It's able to, you know, a lot of our videos were filmed on this. It's great because you're able to go, you know, to view the whole boat without moving everything around. And, you know, maybe if you have 2 people, it's great to put the GoPro up there. But if you have maybe 3, 4, it's great to put it back here. And you can basically get a view of the whole boat. Coming over here, we have dual 8-foot silver Raptors. So we were the first ever people to put these, to put Raptors on this boat. Nobody else did it, so it's kind of like a risk, I guess you could say, but they've worked perfectly. No issues, no transom issues, nothing bad has happened. Only good things I can say. I can only say good things about these. They've been great. They've worked. It's kept the boat steady. I love them. Then over at the top we have I can't remember the brand, but it connects up to the top, and it's just the nav light. So you're not running one here with. If you wanted to run here, you could, but I think it's just easier. If we're not using this, we still have the ability to turn that on and just have that. Or if we're filming, we can just have the camera here and then nav light there. We don't have to worry about that. We have a good old 50 horsepower Mercury. Ran on a 4-blade prop. I don't remember what pitch it is. If I do, I don't remember what it is. I'm sure it's on there. I'm sitting up here at the top. Can't remember off the top of my head. As you can see, dual Raptors. We have a couple rods here. I forgot to mention this at the front, but we have boat buckle. We have 3 of these on the boat. So we have one in the back area here. So one on this side. There's nothing on that side, but just one here. And then at the front, you have one right there, and then one on the other side. We have, with 3 to 4 people, you're bringing maybe 15, 20 rods. You can probably get 6 there, 8 there. But if you got 3rd person in the back, 4th person in the back, they can put their rods back here, and then not have to worry about going to the front or back every time. So it's good for that. These probably hold up to 10 rods. It's great. No problems or issues at all either. Moving on into back compartment. So this is where a lot of the other stuff are. You got your battery, fuel tank. So starting off, we have cranking battery there. It is, I don't remember what it is. I think it's the battery that came with this boat. Maybe we've changed it once, but I think it's the same one. Then sitting here at the middle, we have both of the Raptor pumps. So one goes to that one, the other one goes to that one. It's great. They've worked. Just filling up with fuel, or filling up with the oil and the grease and stuff, and the fluid, and then you're able to use them easily and no problems. You can also, if you wanted to, I'll show you guys. You can control them back here. So if you really wanted to, you can come back here, press up or down if you really wanted to. And you can pair them as well. But we've paired these up together. So click the button. Them to go down, they both go down. But you could come back here and do them each single one if you wanted to. You press down, go all the way down, press up. There's buttons down here, that's cool. I just don't really use it with having the switch and the buttons up there at the front. Then over here we have our trolling motor battery. This is a 24 volt 50 amp hour ionic battery. It's the lithium, just like the other battery up in the front, but this one's just a 24 volt. This runs the trolling motor primarily. No issues. It's gotten us probably, you can go one full day, probably 8 hours. You're maybe using 40% of this battery. Maybe. Most of the time, going out on Okoboji, like one of the last videos posted, we went out there, and at the end of it, it was probably at 60, high 60s, maybe low 70s percentage. And if it's able to charge relatively quickly, maybe, it varies because how drained it is. But, I mean, it's able to keep battery, even using it on 10 the whole day. You can go 2 trips easily, having it mid mode, or, having it on 5 or 6, you can probably go 2 days and not have to worry about it. 10, you can probably go a day and a half, but, not to take chances, but it's able to last a while with the trolling motor. Go through this pretty quickly. So how we have our thing laid out is that we have kind of our terminal tackle and weights on this side, and then main soft plastics, hard baits, and everything else over here. We have a literal tub right there that's full of soft plastics. This compartment's pretty big. It goes another maybe half a foot back, so you're able to get a lot more room out of this than you can think of. And then you also have another the box right here. So we have a couple boxes. We have spinnerbait box, then we have our day box right there, some money bags, and then another one right there, and then we have a little tub, like I said, full of soft plastics. This one has the gas, what's it called? But I can't remember what the name of it is. But yeah, you know, you can just open this up and not, you know, just go straight up. You don't have to worry about holding it the whole time. Then we have the hook dividers. We can just slide, you know, if you just take the hook out real quick, slide them in there. If you know if something you use often, you're able to put them in there and then take it back out whenever you need it. And over here we have like some hangers kind of. So you could just put a ring in here, and then you can put like some soft plastic bags in here, and then just hang them up whenever you need them. Then you come into this one, we have same thing right there, but this is a main live well, but as you can see, it's used for more storage for tackle. There's a lot of tackle in our boat, as you can see, and there's not enough storage for the amount of tackle, so we just kind of we don't use this live well a lot, and if we tournament fish, it's most of the time like measure them instead of bring them back in. But if we do, we can take all this out, we can move everything around. But since we don't use this live well a lot, we just have more soft plastics in here, a little bit trash, don't mind that, but we just kind of use it for more storage. Really, we have a couple more bags and stuff in there. But going back to the same thing, more tackle in here. So we have, I think there's 7 boxes, 5, 7, yeah, just boxes of just tackle. Then we back here, can't really see it, but we have first aid kit. There's a prop for the engine, then there's a trolling motor one in there too, then there's some tools and just odds and ends kind of, and you know, paperwork and stuff. And then up there you got, I can't really read, can't see it, but you stick your hand in there, you can find it. It's just tools, so we got some wrenches and stuff just in case something happens. Then right here we have just some holders for a nav light, just super glued on there. Those are the front nav right here, just store it right there, so when you get to the boat ramp, just take it off, throw it up on there, and then you know, you can just store it easily. Just died, but that's basically it. The only thing I would say we didn't go over was what's under those chairs. They fold down, you can put some extra storage in there, mainly throwable extinguisher, some rope, extra equipment, just in case something happens, just some safety equipment really. But that's an overview of the boat. I appreciate you guys watching the video. I mean, I love that boat. It's great for my needs as a high school fisherman. I've been able to push that boat so far and catch so many fish out of it. Biggest fish, probably 8-9 pounder maybe. But I've been able to go out there, have fun, go fish, and just still enjoy fishing, even in a 17-footer. I appreciate you guys watching. I'd love it if you guys could like and sub. It's greatly appreciated, but I'm not going to make you do it. If you would, thank you. Greatly appreciated it. But if not, that's totally okay. I appreciate you guys watching and taking the time out of your day to watch. Everybody have a nice day. And wherever you are, you'll probably see another video either the same day that this one goes out or the next weekend. I'm trying to be more consistent, you know, one a week or maybe one every 2 weeks, depending on how consistent I could be and how many videos I can get out. But maybe there might be one this week, or this would probably be Sunday the 3rd. Then there might be one next weekend. But I'll try to be more consistent for you guys, get out more videos. But I appreciate you watching. Take care.